long time since my last update. And of course, the day that I decide to film, the weather is crazy. Literally probably about an hour ago, it was sunny. It was a little cold, like I'd say maybe close to the 70 mark, but which is pretty chilly here in LA right now. Well, actually, technically where we're living right now, it's Simi Valley. But I guess you could say it's kind of like in the LA area. But yeah, so it's been the weather, like, let's see, all of October, the weather has been like in the 80s and 90s. I think even a couple of days it hit the 100 mark, which is crazy for October. At least I think that's pretty crazy for October. I believe Halloween, which was, today's Tuesday, that was Saturday, it was 80 all day, and I think it even continued in the 80s in the evening. So, you know, like trick-or-treaters literally were loving it because it was so warm, perfect for trick-or-treating, perfect for Halloween. So now, all of a sudden, the weather has changed. We've hit November and the weather has decided to finally be cool. And I don't even know how cool it is today. I think it's supposed to be like in the 60s, mid 60s. And then all of a sudden, like, I looked out the window and it's raining. It's literally raining. We haven't seen rain here in LA for what seems like forever. And I even almost thought it would just never rain here. But it feels so nice to just see the rain, hear the rain, and just enjoy the smell when it rains. You know how that has that really fresh smell? But anyway, enough about the weather. Sorry about the dog. I swear she's quiet until I start filming, and then all of a sudden she has something to say. We are officially in our new apartment slash townhome, kind of. The place that we're living in, it's called Townhome Apartments. So I'm not really sure. I haven't really officially looked it up, but honestly, I kind of feel like a townhome, from what I understand, is supposed to be 2 stories. You can still, I mean, I don't know exactly what the difference is, but this is definitely not 2 stories. This is 1 story, but it is much bigger than what we were living in before. We were living in a 900 square feet. I think it was like 910, something like that, square feet in 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom. But now we are living in a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 1135 square feet, which is a lot bigger than what we were in before. And honestly, I couldn't be more happier. The space is amazing. The neighborhood that we're in right now is amazing. It's definitely different. Where we were living before was more like city living, and now where we are, it's more like suburby family kind of living, which is great because we're going to be having a baby soon. So this right now is our guest bedroom. Again, I apologize for the lighting. I felt like if I didn't do this update today, I wouldn't do it at all. And it's been so long that I just wanted to get it out there. But yeah, this is our guest bedroom, soon to be our baby's bedroom. We are, like, my last update I think was at 20 weeks when I found out the sex of our baby. And I feel like so much has happened since then. I do want to announce her name. We do have a name for her. We have had a name since, I want to say we picked out a name for, like, a girl name before we even found out she was a girl. And we have just been using that name since finding out to kind of like feel it out and be like, okay, yeah, this is working. We like it. We love it. And everyone that knows the name so far is loving the name that we have picked. So I definitely want to do some type of reveal of her name. I think it's kind of boring if I just say what her name is. Yeah. So I got to think of some nice, easy, clever way to announce her name. Maybe when I'm putting her nursery together, I don't know yet, but I might have her name somewhere in the nursery. So when I do like a nursery tour, I might announce the name then. So as of right now, we are in the future nursery. We are in the nursery / guest bedroom. Right now it's just a guest bedroom, but it will be the nursery. I have the wall back here painted gray because our colors for her nursery are going to be gray and purple with maybe accents of pink. I'm not really a pink fan, so I really like the colors gray and purple right now. So that's what we're going with. Literally, there's nothing in this room. There might be somewhat of an echo. So as of right now, this is what her room is like, but it will change when I get close to actually getting it ready for her. So let's get into this actual pregnancy update, which is why I'm sure you're here. So like I said, last I did my update, it was 20 weeks. I am now 26 weeks today, which is crazy. I feel like, that's a month and a half, and I feel bad that I haven't done updates. I know every single time I've done an update, I'm like, I'm gonna do updates every 2 weeks. Well, I haven't been able to keep that promise, but I just feel like I've been going through so much with this pregnancy that sometimes I just don't have the energy, time, mentally I'm not in the right place to do an update. I'll try and explain that. I'm gonna try and make this update not very long, but considering I've been gone for a month and a half, obviously there's a lot to really kind of update and mention. So let me get into, I'm not going to go over really symptoms. I'm just going to kind of go over really quickly kind of what's been going on since my 20-week update. I'd say starting with, let's see, I don't know even where I want to begin. I guess I'll just kind of go with how I've been feeling. Yeah, it's been a roller coaster, mentally, physically. This pregnancy has not been easy. I'm of course grateful that I'm pregnant, and I can't wait to meet our little girl. And however, I am trying to make a deal with God right now. If I can have boys for the rest of, we're hoping to have like 3 kids, and I'm really hoping that the next 2 kids are boys, just because supposedly like when you're carrying a boy, the pregnancy is a lot easier than when you're carrying a girl. Now, I know that there are always exceptions to those kinds of rules, but it seems like generally, when you're pregnant with girls, the pregnancy just seems to be harder. I don't know why, but that's what it seems to be. Not all the time, but that's what I've heard and what I've experienced with myself. Now, if I get pregnant with a boy and it's just as bad or worse, then obviously that theory goes out the window. But this pregnancy has not been easy. I have continued to have morning sickness every morning. I'm 26 weeks and I'm still having morning sickness. Sometimes it's better. Sometimes I think I'm finally getting rid of it, but then I guess she goes through a growth spurt or something, and then I start feeling it again. Honestly, I feel like every single time I do have morning sickness, it's mainly because I'm hungry, like I need to eat something. I say hungry very loosely because technically when I start feeling nauseated, I'm not hungry. Like, I don't feel hungry. I don't get hunger pains. Only through experience do I know that if I start feeling nauseated, if I eat, it'll go away, meaning that I'm hungry. But honestly, I feel like even though they say you're not eating for 2, honestly, I feel like I'm eating for her. Like, I never feel like I'm eating for me. My schedule, like with food and eating, is always dictated by her, which is really frustrating because when you come from being on a very strict diet, for those of you who may not know, before I got pregnant, I had lost 50 pounds and I was still trying to lose more weight when I got pregnant. And I was on a very strict, low-calorie diet, and I think going from that really low-calorie, strict diet to being pregnant and then obviously not being able to be on that diet anymore. And frankly, even if it was okay to be on a diet while you're pregnant, I don't think this baby would allow me to be on a diet because she literally, I have to eat all the time. And it's so difficult, constantly trying to find healthy options, but literally like I don't even want to go into it because I feel like I'll go on this long rant and I don't want to do that to you guys. But honestly, every time I eat healthy, I'm literally forcing myself to eat healthy, not because she wants it, not because I'm craving it, but just because I want that nutrients going to my baby and obviously to me. But she honestly would be happy to live off of like carbs and protein, like meat. I have throughout this whole entire pregnancy never had any aversions to meat. She loves meat. She wants chicken, she wants beef. And I know some people may look at me and be like, your baby doesn't want that, you want that. You're just using your baby as an excuse to eat what you want. And that's really honestly not true. Like, I was on this diet for so long that I know that I can control like what I eat, when I eat it, how much I eat. But since being pregnant, I can't control it. It's like if I don't eat like certain foods when I'm starting to feel nauseated, I'll continue to be nauseated. It's not like if I start feeling hungry, I'll go and eat a salad and I'll be fine. No, if I eat a salad maybe an hour later, I'll start to feel sick again. And I know, okay, that salad wasn't enough. I need to eat some type of protein, some type of carb so that I get rid of the nauseating feeling. So it's been really, I know, when I hear myself talking about this, I feel so like guilty or bad or like, I don't know. But all I can tell you is that it's been a battle with food. A real battle. So every time I eat something healthy, I literally am just eating it because I know I need to eat it for the nutrition, but it doesn't satisfy me. It doesn't help with the nausea. It doesn't help me from feeling hungry. It doesn't matter how much I eat it or how much of it that I eat. Like, you know, I have apples and carrots and vegetables and I'll eat them. I'll eat kale salads, which I absolutely love kale salads. But honestly, it's just something that I'm eating because it's nutritious, not I'll eat it and it'll satisfy the hunger that I have in my stomach, if that makes sense. Anyway, enough of that. Point is, eating healthy, eating not too much, all of that is so hard has been so hard during this pregnancy, and food has literally become in many ways my enemy. I hate food. I wish I didn't have to eat it because honestly, I feel like my life is dictated by my food. So yes, anyway, I've gained some weight. It's really frustrating. I wish I could be one of those pregnant girls who could literally not gain any weight during pregnancy. Maybe, you know, let's say I've heard girls only gain like 10 pounds throughout their whole entire pregnancy. Well, let me tell you, that is not me. And unfortunately, when you are not skinny to begin with, you are overweight to begin with when you get pregnant. And then you add that so-called average 30 to 40 pound weight gain that you're supposedly supposed to gain during pregnancy, it definitely makes a big difference, especially if you're heavy to begin with and you're not skinny. You skinny girls out there, you have no idea. Of course, there's a train going by.